episode 23 of the Arctic Knitting Podcast. My name is Emilie, and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Emilie Bjørnå. First of all, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been watching and subscribing lately. The subscribers count have kind of gone through the roof, which is amazing. It's so much fun to see that people are enjoying this podcast and that I have something to say that people listen to. I'm going to start with some administrative stuff. We have a knit-along going on over in the group in Ravelry, which you can find by searching for the Arctic Knitting Podcast in the group tabs. The knit-along is a year-long sock-along. I have called it Sockness 2017 and the hashtag is AKSockness 2017, I think. I'm putting it down here. I'm pretty sure that's right. The clue with this knit-along that is not with other sock-alongs is that there is a new theme every month, and you get to know the theme for the month that is coming up, the first of the month or the last day of the month before. It just depends on my time. But the theme for January is lace, and basically you knit lace socks. If you knit lace socks, you get 3 points. Enter in the finished object set and you get 3 points, and if you knit anything else than lace socks, which is still socks like vanilla socks or cable socks, or then you will get 1 point. So all socks are welcome to join in the prize pool in the group. So you should just head on over there. There has been quite a bit of chatter going on. There are lots of inspiration and people are already submitting finished objects, which is so much fun and very inspiring. I have like this long list for what I'm going to do. I'm also going to... I had a 1000 subscribers giveaway that has been going on in the group lately, and I'm going to announce the winners of that. I have recently, a couple of days ago, I recorded this podcast and it went very well until I was to take it from my iPad, which I filmed it, over to my MacBook, where I do the editing, and nothing works. And I can't edit on my iPad just because, well, I'll show you. It's hard on the fingers. So I was going to import it to my Mac, and it just takes forever and it doesn't move forward, and I gave up. After 48 hours I gave up, and after I have edited it, I need to, after the podcast is ready to go up, I need to export it from iMovie over to YouTube, which takes twice as long. So basically I gave up. I am saving up for a new camera, which has been something I decided a long time ago that I really need a new camera. And I am also now saving up for a new MacBook. The problem is that I am an user of Apple products, and those are quite expensive, so I can't really afford it at the moment, but hopefully I will find a way to work around it. Right now I am filming with my dad's iPad Pro, and I will try to edit on the iPad as well, and I hope you will get to see this and that this has been coming up to YouTube. But back to the prize draw, because I have already filmed this once before. I was planning on just putting the clips from then in here, but it just doesn't work. But I have already selected winners using roundup.org, so I'm going to stick with those winners. And I have 2 prizes. The first one is this flying saucer, flying undertasse, which I have been calling for flying underpants. This is a sock yarn where there are 2 strands together, so those are perfect for knitting 2 at a time socks. Along with this, I'm putting in this. It is a reflective band. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but basically what you do is you do like this and you have it outside your jacket, and then your cars can see you, so you don't get hit by cars. And that's great, don't get hit by cars, that's not a good thing. But this is the first prize, and the winner of that one was post number 36 in the thread, which is Shara made. And that is Shara of the What Shara Made, I think it's called, podcast. It's an amazing podcast. She is so inspiring. She's so calm, and she has so many great ideas. So you definitely should check that one out. So Shara, if you could get in touch with me with your address, and I will send this out along with some couple of bags of teas, probably, and a little bit of extras. The second prize is this game. This is the Deprimert Regnbue by Maskepiken, a Norwegian indie dyer. Deprimert Regnbue is the colorway, and that means depressed rainbow. The base is called Kjell, and that is a Norwegian boy's name. And it is a normal sock weight 80-20 superwash merino nylon, 400 meters and 100 grams. So that is the second prize. And to go along with this, I have nothing less than a set of Sing double pointed needles set, 15 centimeters. It is 2.5, 3, 3.5 and 4 millimeter needles. So this is the second prize. And the winner of this, hopefully I can get in a drum roll here, is post number 51, and that is Atrinka. Again, putting it down here, I'm sorry if I butcher your nickname. So if you also could please get in touch with me, and I will ship out this lovely godness to you. Congratulations to the winners, there are 2. At the same time, I want to announce another giveaway, because it's not just, I didn't only hit the 1,000 subscribers, what's it called, subscribers, yeah, anyway, not only did I hit 1,000 subscribers milestone, I also, it's called a milestone, I hit the 1,000 subscribers milestone just a week before I had my 1 year podiversary, which was the 7th, and the first time I recorded this was the 7th of, so it was exactly 1 year after. Today is the 11th, but I want to do a podiversary giveaway as well. I going to do 2 prizes. I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm watching my, yeah, and I'm picking prizes. So the first prize is going to be this. This is yarn, hand dyed by me, and it is, I have a new logo, it's just that I made this before. This is on my Skog base, which is a DK weight 100% superwash merino, 206 meter and 100 grams. This is wonderful. I have knit several hats in this yarn, and I really love it. It's just, and this is at the moment one of my favorite colorways. It is mermaid color. So that is one prize, and I will find another prize. So this will run, I won't select the winner the next podcast, but the episode after that, because I'm going to show you one more prize next time. I want to buy something that is really Norwegian. That's prize number 1, and the other one is to be announced. So, are you ready for some knitting content? I have 1 finished object and 1 work in progress, and you will see why when I show you the finished object, why I haven't more. And after that I will do a little roundup of 2016, which is a little bit late, I know, but I will go through my statistics, and I will set some goals for 2017. Also, I will do that right here, right now, because, well, yeah. So, my first, you haven't seen this is my finished object. You haven't seen this as a work in progress, because I casted it on after I last podcasted. But this is the Antler by Tin Can Knits. I am going to just put it on. I haven't sewn in the ends, I just finished this up a couple of minutes ago. And I haven't blocked it yet either. But this is the Antler cardigan. It is, the button bands are kind of, I think maybe I have too few stitches. I'm going to try to block it, and then maybe I will redo the button bands. But this is the cardigan. Isn't it pretty? See, it has this cable. I'm just going to keep it on. It has this cable up in the yoke. It is knitted bottom up, and it has around the yoke. And this one is for my boyfriend's grandmother. She turned 80 years old 1 week ago today, and she is getting this for her birthday gift. She saw it. We celebrated her birthday this weekend, and I brought this to knit on it, and I told her it was for her, and I think she loved the color. This is what I had left over of the yarn, so I think the arms might be a little bit short, but if they are, I'm just going to redo the ribbing. And this yarn is, let's see if I have, no I don't have a pen. Nope. But this is Cascade 220. I don't remember the colorway. 2220 maybe. I'm putting it down here again. And it is this delicious purple. I think I showed you I had dyed up. Let's see if I can show you. I had dyed up this yarn. This is the Skog base of Arctic Yarns. And I had dyed up this color to knit her cardigan. But because I wanted all to be the same color, I put 5 skeins in one pot, and you can see it's not solid at all. It was supposed to be a solid color, and all the skeins are different. This was the huge tangle that I talked about earlier, some episodes ago, because it just came out of the pot as a big tangle, and well, yeah, it didn't go well. I have all 5 skeins. I'm not sure if I might sell them as one of a kind, or if I'm going to knit something for myself, because I think it is quite a bit of different, but I think I can make it work as a gradient. But I didn't want to take my chances with this one because it was going to be a gift and I wanted it to be done. But this yarn is also lovely. I love Cascade 220. We don't have it in Norway, and I think I bought this on a trip to Amsterdam some years ago, and it has just been lying around, and I don't know why, I just love the yarn. I'm taking this off. It's just annoying when it isn't completely finished. It is a little bit wonky on because it haven't been washed, and I think I might have to redo the button bands. What I did was that I slipped. I don't think you can see it, but I did slip the first stitch of every round so that I picked up like this, same way that I do on my Cozy Memories blanket. So I picked up 1 stitch each 2 rounds, and I know that is a little bit too little, but if anyone has any video tutorials or tips on how to do this better, please let me know, because I'm not sure how I can do the button bands the best way. Anyway, I am going to Bjerkvik tomorrow for work, which is where I'm from. If you are a new viewer, I'm not sure if I said in the beginning, but I live in Narvik in northern Norway, and I grew up 40 kilometers away from here, and my mother still lives in the same house that I grew up in. And I'm going there to work. I don't work there every day. I work basically everywhere. I work in merchandising in grocery stores, and I'm going to Bjerkvik for work tomorrow, and they have the most lovely yarn store with the most lovely yarn store woman in the world. So I'm going there to pick up buttons. Hopefully she doesn't open up until 2 tomorrow, because she has every Thursday she opens up at 2 from 2 to 9 instead of 10 to 4, which is the normal in Norway, just because she wants to keep open on one afternoon. And there is also a knitting cafe, which unfortunately I am not able to attend tomorrow because my boyfriend is working, and I'm staying home with Ludvig, which is again, if you're a new viewer, our 17-month-old son. I'm thinking, because I have so many new subscribers, now I'm rambling on again, because I have so many new subscribers and this whole community is growing, I'm thinking that I will do a reintroduction of myself sometime soon. Maybe in the next episode, maybe next episode or the one after that. It will depend on how much knitting I get done. and when that will be. But if you have any questions for me, because I'm not sure how to introduce myself to you guys, because I don't know what you want to know. So if you have anything you want to know about me, about my family, how we live, how we have our everyday life, maybe I will tell you about how I started knitting or something. I didn't knit from I was 2 years old, like every other Norwegian. I started when I was 19. Maybe I will tell you that story. But if you have any questions, head on over to the Ravel group. There is a question and suggestions thread there, and I'd really love to answer your questions if you have any. So, work in progress. I only have one. I'm going to start with the needles. This is Knit Pro Sing. I love these needles. And I showed you my last episode. I showed you the set of Harmony of Life, I think they're called, Music of Life, needle set that I got for Christmas from my 17-month-old son. I guess he had a little bit of help from his father. And I said that they felt different than the Sings. It turns out that they are Sings, so they can't be very much different. They just felt completely different to me at the time, and I'm not sure if it was because I checked out the 5mm needles and I have only used 2 and 2.5, because they felt, it feels more, it feels smoother. But I'm guessing that's just new car smell, new needle feeling. It just feels so much better just because it's new, probably. I think that's it. But I just wanted to let you know that I lied to you. I didn't mean to lie to you. I might lie to you again, but I don't mean to. If you catch me lying, please let me know and I will fix that. Next, work in progress. Still, its focus thing is a little bit annoying and you can't see the yarn properly. That's why I need a new camera. You can see this is how it goes. It is 2-color all the way. And it is a crazy Sober ball. The colorway is from Shopalola and the colorway is 2136. And I have one finished socks. And you can see this kind of a gradient on. A little bit of me wish that I had done a contrasting heel, because you get this stripe here, while the rest of it is perfectly, yeah, it just flows from one color to another. There's a stripe right here, which annoys me a little bit, but that is okay. I'm not going to rip it out. So that is one finished sock, and I have just finished the heel of sock number 2. So for this one I casted on 60 stitches. I had knit 15 rounds of 1x1 rib and 60 rounds for the leg, and then I did a fish rib skiss heel. And I'm not sure how many times I will explain how I do a vanilla sock. Maybe I will write it up somewhere and just share it with you, because I feel like I'm telling you about how many rounds I do every podcast, which is a little bit repeating, but this is my only work in progress that I have been working on. I have quite a few work in progress. I think I am going to, like everyone else is doing in October, I think that I will start finishing off my projects now, just because I'm a little bit late. But over to what I did finish in 2016, because I don't see at how much. I'm just going to find the correct page, because I have put the statistics in my bullet journal for 2016. And while some pages in my bullet journal are very pretty, this is the statistics, not that pretty. Anyway, in 2016, it was the year of socks. I didn't, before 2016, 2015, I don't think I needed any socks. I don't like knitting socks, or now I do, I didn't. My goal, sock knitting wise, for 2016 was 26 pairs of socks. I'm sticking with that goal next year. I did knit 34, so that is 8 more than I had as a goal. My goal is not, it's not like it's a huge crisis if I don't reach them. It's just fun to have them. I'm huge on goal setting. But I need 34 pairs of socks. 20 of them were vanilla socks. 5 of them were lace socks. 2 of them had slip stitch patterns. 2 of them had stranded knitting. They were DK weight socks with Marius button, traditional Norwegian, and they were matching socks for me and my boyfriend. I did 6 pairs of textured socks. 1 of them was the blueberry waffle, and the rest of the other 5 socks were by patterns by Mina Philip. And I will definitely knit more of her patterns in 2017. The last pair was, I don't think I counted this as in the 34. No, I didn't. I have additional 1 pair of baby socks, which makes it 35 in total. Because I didn't count baby socks, just because I don't feel like that's fair because they are so tiny. So that's it for socks. I did start in 2016 in January, at the same time as I started my podcast, which is about a year ago. I started a Cozy Memories blanket, which is, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, I just really wanted to try it out, and I love it. I have, from time to time, I have trouble putting it to the side and doing other stuff, because it's just so addictive and it's turning out so pretty. I'm going to make it huge enough for our king size bed. I think it's king size double bed, 180 centimeters. So it's, yeah. I still have a little bit to go. I have done the math and figured out that I will need somewhere around 400 squares, and I now have 156. So it will be done in 2 years if I go on at this rate. The goal for the year was 104. So the goal was 2 squares a week, and I did 3 squares a week. I have to admit that right after Christmas I realized that I had like 146 or something and was like this close to hitting 3 squares a week, so I knit in 5 squares in one day just to reach 3 squares a week, because that kind of things makes me, yeah. I also did some adult garments, and I didn't reach my goal there, which is totally okay. I got completely hooked on socks, so that's why I didn't reach my adult garment goal. The goal was 6 garments, and I did 4. Those 4 was a stranded sweater, which wasn't knit in 2016. I made it mostly into. Sorry, I got distracted. My boyfriend was coughing. I needed a stranded sweater for my boyfriend, and it was mostly knit in 2015 because I casted it on in the middle of December, aiming to get it done before Christmas, but I couldn't, so I finished it up early in January. I'm counting it on the 2016 statistics anyway, because I count my project the day they are done. On the other hand, I did cast on several big garments in 2016 which aren't done, and I don't count them on the 2016 statistics. They will go into the 2017. It's not completely right, at least not meterage, but it's really not that big a deal, and it's just the easiest way to do it. So I knit a stranded sweater for Sondre. I knit 1 skirt for myself, which was very popular on the podcast, and I think I need another one. I haven't used this one as much because it's a little bit too short for my taste. But I'm looking to see if I have the yarn in the correct color. I don't. I'm thinking to knit another one in ochre yellow, because that is my favorite color this day. Ochre yellow knitted skirt, that would be perfect for me. So maybe I will do that this year. I knit a flax sweater by Tinka Knits for my dad for his birthday in April. I love knitting it. It was so fast, it just flew by. But unfortunately, it's a little bit too big. The neckline is a little bit too wide. So I have to ask him to bring it over here, because I'm going to pick up the neckline and I'm going to make it again, because it doesn't look good. And the last garment is, I think, one of my favorite knits, and that was my Chuck sweater by Andy Sattelon. I have watched this sweater over and over for like a couple of years, I think. I'm not sure, like forever it feels like. And I'm not the person who wears like high-waist pants, or it's this sweater just goes to, it's a little bit too short for my taste normally. But then I realized one day I was wearing a skater dress, which I wear a lot when I'm wearing dresses. I wear a lot of skater dresses, and I realized that I can't really wear them in winter because it's just too freezing, because, well, Arctics. And I needed a cable sweater that would reach just to my waist, and the Chuck sweater was perfect, so I made that, and I love it. I have been wearing it to death, and I will knit more of Andy Sattelon's pattern, no doubt about that. So that was my 4 adult garments. For baby garments, I had a goal of knitting 6 baby garments, and I made 6 baby garments, which is, it's great. I wish I had done more. I have to knit as much as I can for him while he's little, because when he is bigger, it will take longer time. But I knit a romper, which to be honest, we haven't been wearing a lot, because it looks best if he has white underneath it, and because we live in the Arctics again, we need him to wear wool, and all our white wools are kind of dirty all the time. To put it this way, I don't hand wash my wool, not at all. It's not going to happen. I have other things to do. I don't hand wash anything. I hand wash my socks the first time I wash them. After that, everything goes in the machine. They don't go in the dryer, but they go in the machine. And I think we washes like 3 or 4 loads of wool in 1 week, because we wear wool all the time, all 3 of us, because it is freezing. That's during the winter. Of course, it's less during the summer. But I love the romper. It is so pretty. I also knitted him a set of a sweater and a pair of pants, which he has been wearing that because we use it all the time in kindergarten. And to go with the pants, I also knit a jacket. Originally, I was going to knit pants and a jacket, but then I knitted the pants and I knitted another sweater, and they just happened to go right together. And those is the ones that he have been wearing the most. He has also been wearing the jacket quite a bit. The pants and the jacket is from Klumpe, which is a Norwegian designer, and sweater is just a basic raglan sweater that I made up as I went. I think I might have found some pattern. If I did, it is linked in my pattern page, because everything is on Ravelry. I also knit the peanut vest, which is a vest that is designed by Tinka Knits again, and it looks so pretty. I really love it. If I was to do it again, I would have knitted it in more baby-friendly color, like pastel colors or lighter colors, because I feel that the brown, it just gets a little bit too dark on him. I'm going to pick up, because I actually have what is definitely my favorite knit of 2016. And it is for Ludwig, so that he could wear it for Christmas. He didn't, but he wore it to kindergarten a couple of days, and he has been wearing it when we are going to parties or something like that. You know what this is, don't you? It is the under sweater. And I knit this in my own yarn. This is Arctic Yarns Fjell, which is my, no, it's not Fjell, it's Snö, which is my sparkle base. Snö means snow, which is perfectly suiting for this. It is on my the Lake Minnetonka color and a bright summer morning color. And it just looks so darn cute. I'm so in love with this. we were going through his drawers earlier today, and this one it's too small for him now, but it is not going out to be packed away. I'm going to keep it here in my craft room / office, and I will bring it with me to markets and stuff because it is my own yarn. But this is the prettiest thing. I think it's the prettiest thing I have ever knit, and I think I will have to knit him one more for next year. And I'm just realizing that this is pattern by Soren Kerr. I didn't tell you, but it is. She has a hat pattern as well. Maybe I will have to knit a hat for me. See, plans they just keep on coming. I have no idea when I will get the time for all of this, but they just keep on coming. I knitted a couple of hats. Talking about hats, I knitted a couple of hats last year. I knitted 9 hats. 7 of them were adult hats for Ludwig. I knitted one basic socket hat, but in DK weight, for myself in my hand-dyed yarn. I knitted 3 stranded hats. But I'm lying. I think I knitted 4. Because I just realized that I did a test knit, which I haven't uploaded to Ravelry because it was for a book and the book is just coming out. Actually, I'm getting the book in the mail these days, so I will show you that sometime soon. I knitted 3 adult hats with cables, and I have counted the Sigrid, which is my own pattern. I knitted 2 of those. I have counted as cables, even though it is it's fake cables. For Ludwig, I knitted him a bonnet for his baptism, which is also so pretty. He's so cute in that, but he can't wear it anymore because it's a year ago. We had his christening in January last year. I also knit, that is by the way a pattern by me, which is available on Ravelry, and it is super cute if I have to say so myself. I also knitted a cabled hat for him, which I'm not sure what pattern it was, but it is really pretty. And it matches one of my cable hats. So now I'm realizing that actually I have more hats than I thought I had. So I probably have 11 hats in total. For mittens, I did 1 pair. I showed them off. They didn't go well because they got like this big because they were felted. So I just threw them away, and I haven't been knitting mittens since. I knitted 2 coals for Ludwig, and I knitted 5 shawls. So yeah, in total that is 18,615 meters, but that is without the Cozy Memories blanket, so around 20,000 meters. My goals for next year, I think I'm going to keep it almost the same as it was. I'm not going to have a goal for my, I'm going to. My Cozy Memories blanket is going to be at least 300 squares, so 150 more knit before this year, before 2018. My sock is still going to be 26. Even though I knit 34, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, and also I want to knit less vanilla socks and more textured socks and cable socks and lace socks and prettier socks. So 26 pairs of socks in 2017, that's my goal. Adult garments, I am going to stick with 6 because I have 1 done already, so 6 should be doable. I have 3 more that is almost done, so I could do 6. For baby garments, I am going to stick with 6. No, I'm not. I'm going to go for 10. It's okay if I don't reach my goals, but I'm going to go for 10 because I really want to knit more for Ludwig. So, I think that's it. Yes. I can't believe it was the last time I'm not sure if I'm just talking fast because the episode went by so fast. As for Arctic living, I'm going to do in Arctic living. I have been dyeing a little bit lately, like dyeing yarn and not dyeing like stop breathing. I have been dyeing yarn lately. I dyed today, and I dyed a couple of skeins early this week, which are these 2, which was just an experiment. These are for myself in the color Kinda Teal, and they are going to be a honey pullover, which Christine of Woolen Vine is having a knit along for. I'm not sure what I'm going to pair it with. I'm thinking something that looks like cognac. color-wise. Today I dyed like 8 skeins or something. It wasn't a big batch, but I started dyeing at home. I'm dyeing in my kitchen now just to try it out. I'm not sure if that is something I'm going to stick with, because it is kind of a hassle to drive 45 minutes each way to dye some yarn. But dyeing in the kitchen, it is a little bit, it's not hard, it's just a little bit more work, because I have to make sure that there isn't dye everywhere, and I have to take the wet yarns to the sink. I can't just take out the excess water on the floor like I do in the storage unit where I normally do it. And also I have to clean up before and after. And it gets dyeing yarn when we only have 3, like the stovetop in our house only have place for 3 casseroles or 3 pots, because then one of them is broken. So I can only dye 3 pots at a time, and when I do 3 pots it gets really damp in there. It gets hot, and it is like the air is really moisturized, so it's not good. It's not good for the home to have that much damp in there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it out for a little while though, because dyeing at home makes me able to dye more often, and it makes me able to dye on a shorter notice, because normally when I'm dyeing yarn I have had to have it planned like 2 weeks in advance. But now I can just I want to dye yarn today, and I could just dye a couple of skeins. Yeah. Anyway, as many of you know, I am at the moment unemployed. That means I am done with my education. I am still working with merchandising, but it is not full time. I'm not sure what I will do with my yarn dyeing, because I'm thinking that I will get a job pretty soon. And when I start working, I will work from 8 to 4, which I haven't done in many years. And I think that might mean that my dyeing will suffer a little bit. I'm not sure. I don't think I will stop dyeing, but I think that I might have to dye less, or well, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. Just so that you know, I might not be dyeing yarn to sell forever, because it takes a lot of time, and I won't have that time when I start working full time. And I do it because it is fun. I don't want to like work my butt off to try to get some yarn dyed, because I feel like it is expected by me, because I dye for the fun. And yeah, it would be really fun to like make real money out of it and be able to live from it, but I don't see that coming anytime soon. So I need to get a 8 to 4 job basically. So otherwise, I don't think we have been doing much. We went to my boyfriend's grandma turned 80, which was really wonderful. All the family was gathered together, and we had a fun time. And the next time we are going there is hopefully this weekend, and she will get her cardigan. Yeah, I think that's it. I feel like there was something more I should mention, but I don't know what. So I will just write it down and keep it for next time, and I will see you hopefully in a week, or I'll hopefully see you in less than 2 weeks, but I'm not making promises. I will film whenever, I will record whenever I have the time to record, and if this works, that I can do everything directly from the iPad Pro, it would be easier for me, because now it takes 2 days to make a podcast episode with all the loading, and while it's loading from the iPad to the iMovie, and from iMovie to YouTube, my MacBook is kind of useless for everything else. So hopefully this will make it easier. We'll just have to see. Yeah, so I will talk to you again soon. Bye.